What on earth is that? The cockfight for pay at the gate. You give something, pay for see bloody row. Do I make my comprehension? A run for their money. Is that what you mean? Gad, you're a sporting governor. So I say. I am a loyalist too. He smiled more easily. Now how can anything do herself for the custom houses, but when the company's men's arrives, then a cockfight for pay at the gate. That is quite correct. My army, he says, it will republic and shoot me off upon walls if I have not give her blood. An army, captain, are terrible in her angries, especially when she are not paid. I know too. Here he laid his hands on Judson's shoulder. I know too we are old friends. Yes, badajos, Amelia, Fuentes de Honor, time ever since, and a little cockfight for pay at gate. That is good for my king. More sit her tight on throne behind, you see. Now, he waved his free hand round the decaying village. I say to my armies, fight the company's men when she come, but fight not so very strong that you are any dead. It is all in the rapport that I send. But you understand, Captain, we are good friends all the time. Ah, Ciudad Rodrigo, you remember? No, perhaps your father then? So you see no one are dead, and we fight a fight, and it is all in the reparta, to please the people in our country, and my armies, they do not put me against the walls, you see. Yes, but the Gudalala, she fired on us. Was that part of your game, my joker? The Guadala? Ah, no, I think not. Her captain, he is too big fool. But I thought she had gone down the coast. Those your gunboats poke her nose and shove her oar in every place. How is Guadala? On the shoal, stuck till I take her off. Are there any deads? No. The governor drew a breath of deep relief. There are no deads here, so you see none are deads anywhere, and nothing is done. Captain, you talk to the company's men. I think they are not pleased. Naturally. They have no sense. I thought to go backwards again they would. I leave her stockade alone all night and to let them out, but they stay and come facewards to me, not backwards. They do not know we must conquer much in all these battles, or the king he is kicked off her throne. Now we have won this battle, this great battle. He waved his arms abroad, and I think you will say that we have won, Captain. You are loyalists also? You would not disturb the peaceful Europe? Captain, I tell you this, your queen she know too. She would not fight her cousin. It is a hand-up thing. What? A hand-up thing. Job you put. How you say? Put-up job? Yes, put-up job. Who is hurt? We win, you lose. All righta. By Jove, Judson had been exploding at intervals for the last 5 minutes. Here he broke down completely and roared aloud. But look here, Governor, he said at last. I've got to think of other things than your riots in Europe. You fired on our flag. Captain, if you are me, would you have done how? And also, he drew himself up to his full height. We are both brave men of the bravest countries. Our honor is the honor of our king. Here he uncovered, and of our queen. Here he bowed low. Now, Captain, you shall shell my palace, and I will be your prisoner. Skittles, said By Jove Jotson. I can't shell the old hen coop. Then come to dinner. Madeira, she are still to us, and we have the best she manufact. He skipped over the side beaming, and By Jove Judson went into the cabin to laugh his laugh out. When he had recovered a little, he sent Mr. Davies to the head of the pioneers, the dusty men with the gatlings, and the troops who had abandoned the pursuit of arms, who watched the disgraceful spectacle of 2 men reeling with laughter on the quarter-deck of a gunboat. I'll put my men to build a custom house, said the head of the pioneers, gasping. We'll make him one decent road at least. The governor ought to be knighted. I'm glad now that we didn't fight him in the open, or we'd have killed some of them. So he's won a great battles, has he? Give him the compliments of the victims, and tell him I'm coming to dinner. You haven't such a thing as a dress suit, have you? I haven't seen one in 6 months. That evening there was a dinner in the village, a general and enthusiastic dinner, whose head was in the governor's house, and whose tail threshed at large throughout all the streets. The Madeira was everything that the governor had said, and more, and it was tested against 2 or 3 bottles of By Jove Judson's best Vanderhum, which is Cape brandy 10 years in the bottle, flavored with orange peel and spices. Before the coffee was removed by the lady who had made the flag of truce, the governor had given the whole of his governorship and its apparatus once to By Jove Judson for services rendered by Judson's grandfather in the Peninsular War, and once to the head of the pioneers in consideration of that gentleman's good friendship. After the negotiation, he retreated for a while into an inner apartment, and there evolved a true and complete account of the defeat of the English arms, which he read with his cocked hat over one eye to Judson and his companions. It was Judson who suggested the sinking of the Flatiron with all hands, and the head of the pioneers who supplied the list of killed and wounded, not more than 200, in his command. "Gentlemen," said the governor from under his cocked hat, "the peace of the empire are saved by this reporta. You shall all be knights of the Golden Hide. She shall go by the Guadalala." "Great heavens," said By Jove Judson, flushed but composed. "That reminds me that I've left that boat stuck on her broadside down the river. I must go and soothe the commandant. He'll be blue with rage, governor. Let us sail on the river to cool our heads. A picnic, you understand." "Yes, everything I understand. Ho, a picnica. You are all my prisoners, but I am a good goaler. We shall picnic on the river, and we shall take all the girls. Come on, my prisoners." "I do hope," said the head of the pioneers, staring from the veranda into the roaring village, "that my chaps won't set the town alight by accident. Hullo, hullo! A guard of honor for His Excellency, the most illustrious governor." Some 30 men answered the call, made a swaying line upon more of swaying course, and bore the governor most swayingly of all high in their arms as they staggered down to the river. And the song that they sang bade them swing, swing together, their body between their knees. And they obeyed the words of the song faithfully, except that they were anything but steady from stroke to bow. His Excellency the governor slept on his uneasy litter, and did not wake when the chorus dropped him onto the deck of the Flatiron. "Good night and good-bye," said the head of the pioneers to Judson. "I'll give you my card if I had it, but I'm so damned drunk I hardly know my own club. Oh yes, it's the Travelers. If we ever meet in town, remember me. I must stay here and look after my fellows. We're going to be right in the open now. I suppose you'll return the governor some time. This is a political crisis. Good night." The Flatiron went downstream through the dark. The governor slept on the deck, and Judson took the wheel, but how he steered and why he did not run into each bank many times, that officer does not remember. Mr. Davies, who did not note anything unusual, for there are 2 ways of taking too much, and Judson was only wardroom, not forecastle drunk. As the night grew colder, the governor woke up and expressed a desire for whiskey and soda. When that came, they were nearly abreast of the stranded Guadalala, and His Excellency saluted the flag that he could not see with loyal and patriotic strains. "They do not see, they do not hear," he cried. 10,000 saints, they sleep, and I have won the battle. Ha!" He started forward to the gun, which, very naturally, was loaded, pulled the lanyard, and woke the dead night with a roar of the full charge behind a common shell. That shell, mercifully, just missed the stern of the Guadalala, and burst upon the bank. "Now you shall salute your governor," he said, as he heard feet running in all directions within the iron skin. "Why you demand so base a quarter? I am here with all my prisoners." In the hurly-burly and the general shriek for mercy, his reassurances were not heard. "Captain," said a grave voice from the ship, "we have surrendered. Is it the custom of the English to fire on a helpless ship?" "Surrendered, Holy Virgin! I go to cut off all their heads. You shall be ate by wild ants, flogged and drowned. Throw me a balcony. It is I, the governor. You shall never surrender. Judson of my soul, ascend her inside, and send me for a bed, for I am sleepy. But, oh, I will multiple times kill that captain." "Oh," said the voice in the darkness, "I begin to comprehend." And a rope ladder was thrown, up which the governor scrambled. with Judson at his heels. "We will now enjoy executions," said the governor on the deck. "All these Republicans shall be shot. Little Judson, if I am not drunk, why are so sloping the boards which do not support?" The deck, as I have said, was at a very stiff cant. His Excellency sat down, slid to leewards, and fell asleep again. The captain of the Guadala bit his mustache furiously, and muttered in his own tongue, "This land is the father of great villains, and the stepfather of honest men. You see our material, Captain. So it is everywhere with us. You have killed some of the rats, I hope?" "Not a rat," said Judson genially. "That is a pity. If they were dead, our country might send us men. But our country is dead too, and I am dishonored on a mudbank through your English treachery." "Well, it seems to me that firing on a little tub of our size without a word of warning, when you knew that the countries were at peace, is treachery enough in a small way. If one of my guns had touched you, you would have gone to the bottom, all of you. I would have taken the risk with my government. By that time it would have been a republic. So you really did mean fighting on your own hook. You're rather a dangerous officer to cut loose in a navy like yours. Well, what are you going to do now?" "Stay here. Go away in boats. What does it matter? That drunken cat," he pointed to the shadow in which the governor slept, "is here. I must take him back to his hole." "Very good. I'll tow you off at daylight if you get steam up. Captain, I warn you that as soon as she floats again, I will fight you." "Humbug! You'll have lunch with me, and then you'll take the governor up the river." The captain was silent for some time. Then he said, "Let us drink. What must be, and after all we have not forgotten the Peninsular. You will admit, Captain, that it is bad to be run upon a shoal like a mud dredger? Oh, we'll pull you off before you can say knife. Take care of His Excellency. I shall try to get a little sleep now." They slept on both ships till the morning, and then the work of towing off the Guadala began. With the help of her own engine and the tugging and puffing of the Flatiron, she slid off the mud bank sideways into the deep water, the Flatiron immediately under her stern, and the two big eyes of the 4-inch gun almost peering through the window of the captain's cabin. Remorse in the shape of a violent headache had overtaken the governor. He was uneasily conscious that he might perhaps have exceeded his powers, and the captain of the Guadala, in spite of his patriotic sentiments, remembered distinctly that no war had been declared between the two countries. He did not need the governor's repeated reminders that war, serious war, meant a republic at home, possibly supersession in his command, and much shooting of living men against dead walls.